Welcome back to the Frame Drop Podcast, Episode 5. We're your hosts.
Moises, aka Quachimoto, aka the greatest roguelike player of all time, aka Zero Bans Sally. All right, let's go.
Tyler, aka My 22 Cents, aka Ty, aka spreader of the typhoid fever in New York City in 2026. Let's get it. We back for episode 5.
Kenny, aka Vine Monkey. All right, so we know it's been an incredibly extraordinary long amount of time between episodes, although it's felt like no time at all. But we're back, and we're going to do it better than ever. But before we get into everything, we want to take this time to each kind of just apologize for the gap. You know, there was many reasons and many attempts at picking this back up last year, and they all failed. But eventually they didn't, and that brings us to today. So, yeah, bro, I'm gonna say, you know, I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. You know, life happens and life gets in the way, but all I can say is at the end of the day, it's night. But after night, the sun rises once more. And the sun has risen on us again for today, but we will be more consistent. All right, anyways.
Yeah, the other two wanted me to say sorry, but I'm not saying sorry. I got life, okay? But I will promise that we will be better. The past is in the past. That's not us anymore. We're changed men, okay? It's 2026. We're better, we're stronger, we're faster, we're smarter. Our takes are even better, even hotter. We're gonna do it this year. This is our year.
Interesting. I like this energy. I wasn't getting this before.
Yeah, I wasn't getting this either, but I'm with it. So we've made some internal changes to our process, and we're gonna be on top of each other hopefully a lot more. Even though the podcast may have, let's just say, died, the communications never did. Our group chat was still popping the whole year, so that's a plus. But yeah, Moises, what you been up to? What you been playing, bro? What you been watching? Same for you, Tyler.
All right, let's talk about it. Me, I've been playing a whole lot. I'm an active gamer, unlike the other two in the call. I play a variety of games. You already know I was always playing Hades 2, but I've been playing a lot more games recently. I just finished Octopath Traveler 2, legendary game. I just beat Paranorma Site. Shout out to Will. Go to Sensitez if you want the scoop on all the latest and greatest games. You already know I'm about to play Guardians of the Galaxy. I just beat Expedition 33, which is crazy because in the last episode we were using the video from like halfway through the game. And what I've been watching, all the James Bond movies. Legendary. Daniel Craig is the GOAT. That's all I'm going to say there.
What about you, Tyler? What you been playing? What you been watching?
I will say my watch selection probably non-existent. I'm not even sure what the last new movie or show is that I watched. You know, life's been busy, but I still have found time to game. You know, I be on Marvel Rivals console, and I solo climb because, don't boo me, okay? I'm out here fighting the Lord's battle because no one wants to join me, all right? I'm a go-to support. If anyone listening needs a go-to support on console, I just hit Plat 1 yesterday, okay? I'm doing this. I get like an hour a day to play. I'm there, I'm grinding, all right? Other than that, a few months ago, I started playing Hades for the first time. That was sick. I had never played Hades before. What else? Sons of Sparta. I won't say it's the greatest God of War game, but it's nice. It's a nice little exploration into the lore of Kid Kratos to really open up his story. You know, in the earlier games, we got to see how he was in the middle of his life. The most recent games, him as a mature, wiser character. But seeing young Kratos is cool. It's a side you've never seen before. So I would recommend if you got an extra, I don't even know how much it was. You know, if you have money for 2 bags of chips, you can get Sons of Sparta. Sorry. What else? Ghost
Don't
of
spend
Yote.
your hard-earned $30 on Sons of Sparta.
I mean, if it's easily earned, you should spend it. But I guess if it's harder, no. Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei, great game, great successor to Ghost of Tsushima. I'm sure we'll get to talk more in depth about that later on, maybe in a future episode.
When's the last time you played that, Tyler?
The day before I left for Thailand, I think. Which
That was 3 years ago.
No, that was not. The day I left for Thailand was like the January 12th, I guess. Dang, what month is it? March? Oh my god, exactly 2 months ago was the last time I played Ghost of Yotei.
Wow.
Yeah.
So sounds like you've been having a good time. For myself, what can I say, bro? So the Switch 2 did come out since our last episode, which is really crazy to think about. And I'm not going to go all the way back from June and catch up, but there's really not that much to talk about. Played a lot of Mario Kart World, played a little bit of DK Bonanza, played a little bit of ZA, played a little bit, or ZA, sorry, I call it ZA. Little bits of lots of things that I don't finish because I have a problem. And lots of Marvel Rivals, and I just started playing Overwatch again, and I'm trying to turn away from it. Marvel Rivals, Celestial play here, no big deal, solo Celestial. But Marvel Rivals, man, love Marvel. I like Marvel Rivals for a lot of reasons. The balance is terrible. We could spend a whole episode of me just ranting about the balance, but it's good that the balance is so bad because it's letting me turn away from it, and I'm trying hard to turn away from Overwatch and go back to beating games like I used to. And I know these two will, continue to love calling me out about my failure to do so, but I'm trying. But yeah, I played ZA. And then for shows, watched like all of Bridgerton with my girlfriend and watched a lot of The Walking Dead with her as well. And Bridgerton's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, just so y'all know, if you happen to have to watch that, it's not that bad. It's pretty good.
Season 2, best season.
Yeah, exactly. Shouts to season 2, Jonathan Bailey, the GOAT. Moise, I didn't know you were in it like that, bro. Yeah, season 2 is the best season. And then the most recent...
A darker time in my life, but yeah.
The most recent season was... the first half was fire, because I liked the character, and it was... But then the second half was kind of eh. And, yeah. I could give a whole review of every season later, but I'll leave it at that. I know Pokopia, whatever you want to call it, Pokopia, whatever. I don't know how you actually say it, but
Popikia, bro.
Is that how it's actually pronounced?
I don't know.
Oh no, I just threw the word peak in there. I think it's Pokopia.
But it's popping right now, and I will not be purchasing that game because I do not believe in game key cards. I just don't believe in them. But, for the Animal Crossing, Minecraft, it looks like, of that kind of game, it looks phenomenal. But I'm not really that kind of gamer to begin with, and I'm definitely not going to buy a game key card. But our very own Quachimoto will be purchasing that game soon, so stay tuned for the review on that.
Yes, sir.
You know how it is. Fire Red Leaf Green. Amongst the three hosts here, I received the most flack for being the kind of guy who would buy that game, which I absolutely would and probably will in the future. But as of this moment, I haven't because I need to, it's not a physical game, so I don't feel compelled to get it immediately, and I got a lot of stuff I have to beat. But yeah,
Can I make a quick announcement real quick, Kenny?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a free copy of Fire Red and Leaf Green for everybody listening. All you gotta do is, reach out, leave a comment, and I'll provide you. You don't gotta worry. $20 on the Switch? Don't even worry about that. Anybody who comments, I will send them a nice copy of Fire Red and Leaf Green, all right? So if you're really excited about that game, I'm happy for you. We're doing a giveaway. I gotcha. All right, go ahead.
Yo, that is so generous of Quachimoto. I really hope that you guys win that. And
Can I ask? Is that for one person or for everyone?
Don't ask.
Is that for everyone who?
It's for every single person who leaves a comment.
Oh, really?
I will give them a copy of Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Every person. Is there a time limit? Like 5 years from now?
No, for as long as they comment, I will provide.
So shout outs. That's very generous of Quachimoto. He's going to be spending a lot of money on the eShop. All right, let's keep moving on. So we're going to try and keep this episode briefer than we keep our prior episodes, just because it's kind of we're getting back into the swing of things. But a lot has happened. That doesn't mean we're going to be able to cover all of it. But something that we all want to talk about really quick, which is related to these pocket monsters the new starters were revealed. You know, Pokemon Day was a few weeks ago, and they showed off the new games that had been leaked for a long time, unfortunately. But Pokemon Wins and Pokemon Waves, definitely getting Pokemon Wins. And we saw, I mean, what's all their names? We got Gekwa, we got Pompon, and Brout. And let me just say this. I'm choosing Brout. What about you, Moises? What about you, Tyler?
Brout.
At first, I was thinking Gekium, whatever his name is.
Okay.
But then on closer inspection, I think I gotta go Brout. If any of you have seen the art on Twitter, I don't know what it is about this guy, but they love him and it's making me love him, so I think I gotta go Brout. But I'm not gonna lie, I will be swayed by their final evolutions. If he has a Bun's final evolution, but Gekium has a better one, I might pick Gekium. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's an interesting nickname you came up for Gekwa. Yeah, I initially was like, oh, Gekwa, because I was like, yo, the Geico Gecko. But then upon further inspection, as Tyler stated, I realized it's only Brout. That's the only choice. So, is there a choice when there's no choice? We'll leave that for a later episode.
What?
But yeah, Moises was, you know, we were all talking about it together, and initially I looked at those starters and I wasn't really like thinking of them as the worst starters, but you know, Moises was definitely pushing for that. And after doing some ranking of all the starter trios based solely on their first stages, it's definitely in the bottom 2 for me. So, I don't have a passionate hatred for them, but yeah, I've seen them do better. But I think we're all looking forward to that game, and no matter what Quachimoto or Moises might say, he's definitely going to get it at launch, as will the rest of us. So, you know, I'm looking forward to playing that. It's going to be a good time.
I will not be paying $70 for any Nintendo Switch exclusive game ever again after Pokemon Legends ZA. Thank you.
But Moises, you literally have to. This is your job.
On God. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to be looking forward to this year. Lots of gaming titles that are now announced and confirmed. I mean, we saw Wolverine teased all the way back in 2021, and it's finally coming out this September. GTA 6's current delay is November of 2026. And I'm sure there's a lot of other titles, Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave, and other titles that have yet to be announced that will also fill out this year quite a bit. I expect a new 3D Mario still. But what do you guys think about 2026? Because, you know, we've heard some discussions amongst ourselves. Some people saying this could be the best year of gaming ever. I don't sit in that camp. I think it can be a solid year, but it doesn't come close for me. So, Tyler, you've seemed to make a lot of arguments about 2026. Could you expand on that?
I won't say too much right now because we are going to have a little special ranking list episode done later. But if we just look at some of the games that are coming out in the next, couple weeks, month, we got Crimson Desert, and then we got Fable. Fable's coming out soon too, right? And James Bond 007, okay? Crimson Desert has been the talk on Twitter in terms of the next big game for 2026, okay? It is massive. It is open world. I've never seen anything where you could do whatever you please as much as I've seen in the Crimson Desert trailers, okay? That could be a contender for Game of the Year already. Let's not even forget the games that have come out, you know. I happen to be on the marathon train. No one else is in this podcast, right? They're haters. I don't know why they're haters. They just want to hate what I love, right? But Marathon, I think is going to be a great game. The more it develops, the more they fix the bugs, listen to their player base, I think Marathon's going to be just fine, you know. I come from Destiny and Destiny 2. I love those games. Those will always have a special place in my heart. Another game to look at, Slay the Spire 2, okay? This is my first Slay the Spire game, and honestly, I'm having a great time. I play with co-host Moises and our friend Will. We're on our second run right now, and I'm having a great time, you know. Learning how to play roguelikes, it's great. It's great. Looking forward to 2026. Like you said, we got Wolverine. What other Nintendo games are coming out?
That's a great question. We're waiting on them to have their next direct, but Yoshi's coming out in May. Fortune's
Oh, the
Weave is coming out.
Capcom game. What's the Capcom game coming out? The one in space?
Oh, Pragmata.
Pragmata. Okay, that
Not
one.
playing that, bro. Oh no, Orbitals. The one on the
Orbitals.
Switch.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. Orbitals, that one looks great. That is great. And Pragmata. So, look, 2026, whether or not the quality of all the games is going to be like 5 stars, there is a large saturation of good quality video games releasing this year. So, even if not every game is rated 4.5 star, 5-star game, there are a lot of 4-star games that could make this year great. There are a lot of options and opportunities for a lot of different variety of gamers to hop in and just have a good time, you know, having fun playing a video game. And that's why I think 2026 will be one of the best, if not the best, year of gaming.
So I'm gonna follow up with that and to support Tyler a little bit, even though I don't agree. Like 2026, I could care less about most of these games. I'm looking for Fire Emblem, and that's about it. And that's still not even officially noted yet. So for right now, 2026 doesn't even exist as a gaming concept for me, besides Slay the Spire 2. Games that my co-host did not mention: GTA 6.
I mentioned it.
We have Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight.
There we go.
We have greatest game ever, Dead or Alive 6, Last Round. We have Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok.
Oh my god, my favorite.
We have Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
Oh, that would be
Thank you.
fire. Avatar fighting game.
We have
Avatar
Phantom
Fighting
Blade
Game.
Zero.
Yeah, there's that one.
There's just so many great games that are coming out this year that 2026 is truly shaping up to be one of legend.
Also, let's not forget about probably the greatest gaming franchise of all time, Resident Evil. Let us know in the comments if you played RE9, what you thought about it. Did you, like a fool... Actually, let me not say anything. Spoilers.
Can't say nothing.
But if you did play, let us know what you think. Maybe that's game of the year, you know?
You know, actually,
All I'm
I
saying
just thought of something that we didn't actually discuss. There's actually another game coming out this year. It's coming out in just a week or two. And our dear friend over at Sensitez, I think it actually will make 2026 the best year of gaming ever. See, they're actually putting out this new game, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 edition. And there's going to be some added content on an already perfect game. So that might actually elevate things quite a bit. But yeah.
We'll change the dynamic of gaming as we know it.
Absolutely. But yeah, so, you know, it seems like Tyler and Moises are quite enthusiastic. I'm a little more... I think 3D Mario could really bring a lot to this year, but outside of that, I mean, Fire Emblem, I think that'll be a good game, but I'm not a GTA guy, so that's not really going to sway me or move me. I did some mental calculations, and it's actually been this year, I guess in like September or October, the same amount of time that passed between Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor will have passed, meaning we may be due for another Star Wars Jedi title this year. I still have to beat the second one, but I did enjoy the first one, so that could also raise it a bit for me.
Can I just say really quick, for those who don't know, our co-host Moises, that's his favorite franchise.
No, that's Horizon Zero Dawn,
loves-
actually.
He loves those games.
He does love those games, though. But he loves Horizon Zero Dawn even more.
Yeah, you know, we'll talk about I'll talk about Horizon Zero Dawn one day. But listen, I'd be excited for a new Jedi game. Do I think it'll be good? No. Do I think swinging the lightsaber, or do I think a fake Dark Souls combat will be good to itch my brain for a bit? Yeah, could be.
But Lego Batman will definitely be peak, that's for sure. But yeah, no, look forward to our upcoming episodes where we will actually be ranking by the last 15 years the games that came out. So we're going to have a kind of our own list of the greatest years of gaming of the last 15 years. So that should be the next episode. But moving forward, yeah, as Tyler Moyes mentioned, we've actually all been playing Slay the Spire 2 the last week or so. That's been fire for sure. And we plan to keep playing it. But with regards to Marathon, now Marathon actually brings about a new segment that we're going to be introducing, because Marathon, as Tyler mentioned, like, it really generated a lot of discussion on our server, And specifically, this new segment's going to be called Gas or Ass. Because some things people like to gas, and some things you just know are ass. So we're going to be, in future episodes, expect that to be a recurring segment where we kind of talk about like kind of controversial or popular media releases, and we kind of look at them in the way that we know best, gas or ass. So look forward to that. But before we wrap out this episode, I just want to quickly mention, as a personal promise that I'm making on the air that I cannot walk away from, I have a disease. It is induced in large part due to live service games, which I think are one of the greatest plagues of all time. Where I used to beat games, believe it or not. I used to beat not just one game a month. Sometimes I would beat 2 games a month. That hasn't happened for like 3 years. Even games that I love. Wait,
I'm gonna pause you real quick. You're not gonna say the line that you put on the script, right? You can't say that.
I'm not gonna say that, too.
Okay.
Chill. Now you make me want to say it. But I'll say this. It's a personal vow to our viewers that I will be beating at least 12 games this year. I'm three months in. A little over 2 months in. I could probably beat 1 to 2 this month easily. So I have a little bit of catch up to do, but that is my personal vow, and I'm going to hold myself to it better than I did last year. Because last year I had a New Year's resolution that I would play less live service games, which in terms of quantity was true. I stopped playing Overwatch for like that whole year, but I just poured, and Fortnite I barely played last year, but I just ended up pouring myself into Marvel Rivals, and it just isn't who I want to be. It's just not who I want to be. So I've proven myself enough to the hero shooter genre. Like I said before, solo Celestial player here, no big deal. But it's just not worth it. And I know maybe some of our listeners are on the same path that I was and I am on, which is you used to enjoy gaming. You used to play single player games. You used to play multiplayer games that weren't live service battle pass farms. And then you just lost yourself, bro. You just lost yourself. I mean, it's a decade since Overwatch came out, but Overwatch didn't used to be like that. It was, live service to a certain extent, but it wasn't this battle pass FOMO farm. It wasn't. So you could step away from the game and you could come back and you didn't feel like they were trying to steal things from you because you weren't there. Nowadays, every game is just getting built like that. And I think the best thing about gaming in the last year or two, we didn't even get to talk about Highguard. We're seeing all of this failure, which I think is a good thing because failure teaches lessons. And the lesson is to these big, AAA studios, that you only have so many players. They only have so much time. You can't all make these beasts that eat up their whole lives and expect there to be enough scraps for everybody. I mean, Fortnite's kind of placed its foot. I think it's loosening for some people, but it's probably always going to be able to stick around. But Highguard, Concord, there's other ones I'm not even thinking of. These lives, The Last of Us had its multiplayer live service title that just got canceled. Like, the industry's learning there's not enough room for all of these games to be trying to steal people's time away from them. So, anyways, I'm a little passionate about this topic, but again, 12 games will be beaten this year. I will stop playing nearly as much live service game. If I cannot go cold turkey, it will be drastically reduced. And I hope that 2027 is a year where the word battle pass doesn't come out of my mouth. So just wanted to make that statement. That's all I got, guys.
Let me just say on that, you could play any of the games I said. Any of the games that came out of my mouth that y'all said you didn't look forward to, you could play those. None of those are live service.
I got a list. I've got a large backlog of titles that I owe it to. Least of which is, I'm not going to name it, but I will name the other one, Three Houses. I'm very far in that. I'm very far in ZA. I just need to lock in. I need to stop hitting launch game on Marvel Rivals. I think I don't want to go too far on the rant again, but I'm somebody who can't talk or associate with other people if there's a game. Like, I kind of experience single player games like I experience a movie. I don't talk. I'm just like kind of ingesting it, and if I really appreciate it. And so with like a slop game, which Marvel Rivals and Overwatch and multiplayer games in general, I can kind of just like not do that because I'm just playing with my friends. So I've made a lot of those choices. But if you see me around less, it's not because I don't like anybody. It's because I got to do this. And My brain isn't. We all know. We already know what my brain is like, and it cannot accept that many inputs at the same time if I'm actually gonna digest something. So, yes.
All right. So on air, if Kenny does not beat 12 games this year, and I'm gonna give two options to him, but it's recorded. He either needs to buy and play Pocopia on stream, or he needs to play and beat the Resident Evil 8 maiden demo that he has on his PlayStation.
I'm choosing the second option.
You heard it here first, folks.
I'm choosing the second option because I refuse to buy game key cards.
Okay. But if you don't do it...
If I don't do it, Moises can slap me on a video uploaded to the podcast channel.
That as well. But on top of him playing RE8 maiden demo.
Yeah.
I'm putting Kenny in a 9-month coma.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, lots of stuff this year to look forward to. You know, if there are any viewers out there listening, you know, hold us accountable in the comments. If you see there's no episode next week, which I don't even want to speak that as a sentence, but if you don't, you know, just hit the comment section and be like, yo, I thought you guys said you were back, you know? Get on us, bro. That's how we operate. So that's all I got to say. I'm happy to be back. I want this to be something that becomes a habit and not an assembly. So that's all I got.
What you got for the people, Tyler?
I just want to say I love doing this podcast, and I really think that we could have something special here. I think we will definitely be able to have a more structured release of our videos, just because before things were so hectic, at least for me in my life. But now things are kind of calmed down and I can commit. Before it was a little difficult, but now I'm here. I'm here for the long run. We gotta get an episode at least once a week. You know, we got so many topics to hit, just not even among games, but movies, shows, and we want to talk about all of it with you guys. So you have my word, I'm gonna try my best.
Say less. Again, to be a little more specific, we mentioned earlier we'll be doing that last 15 years ranking coming up, which based on some discussions we've already been having, it seems like it'll be quite interesting. On the show front, we got what partially started us all. We got Daredevil Born Again Season 2 upcoming. We got The Boys. We got Gen V Invincible Season 4. So we got a whole bunch of stuff that we're looking forward to in the show realm as well. Of course, we're so excited to talk about the trailer for Green Lantern next week and the glory that was. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But besides that, we got games to talk about. We got shows to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Actually,
may I say, are we back? May I say we're back?
We're back. But I want to throw something in there. Last year, Moises and I watched Sinners before we fell away, but we didn't all have watched it. I want us all to watch Project Hail Mary, and I want us to review that. That's all I want to
say. Tyler, take me out on a date. I'll see you outside.
Hey, I got that AMC A-list, baby. Come on. I'm outside.
But yeah, I mean, I guess that anybody got anything else they want to add?
I'm all good over here.
Well, this concludes episode 5 of the Frame Drop Podcast. We're back. Peace.
We're so back.
Bye-bye.